guys, welcome back to my channel. Right, today we're going to be doing this seashell, I think it's a, what would you call it, a trinket jewellery container or something like that. That's how it goes, it'll open up like that. So two pieces, bottom and the lid. I'm going to do an ocean theme and I'm going to be working in reverse. So, because I want to put waves in as well, and I want to put sand and shells, starfish. So I had to think about it, and what I thought I'd do is I would start with a bit of sand at the bottom here, and I'll wait till that cures, and then I'll do my other layers. So this is going to be over a few days, this. So to stop the sand running down here, I'm going to have to prop these up a little bit with something underneath them. But first of all, I'll just go and mix up my resin, and I've got a little bit of pumice sand here that I'm going to be using. So let me mix up that resin and we'll get started. Right, I found these little jars, so I'll just use those to prop them up. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now, so I want sand on the bottom of each of these, but I also want to put some starfish and some shells. So what I'll do is I just mixed up 20 ml, so just put a little bit in here just to coat my shells. And my starfish. Just get one of these out. Oh, I did that last time too. Not flying everywhere. On the floor, I'll grab him. Okay, 2 starfish. There would be enough of those. A few of these little shells. So they're just tiny little coloured ones. Got patterns on them. Throw them in there. And I'll put a couple of the big white ones as well. Well, they're not big, they're just bigger than what's in that container, so they're just that. I'll see if I can find the smallest ones so they don't stand out too much. One more little one, where are you? Here's one. Okay, so I'll just coat those in resin. And I'll just leave those to the side. Throw a little bit more on there. Okay, now get my sand. And I just use pumice sand, and it's quite coarse, so I just put it in my NutriBullet and whizzed it up, so you can see there the coarse stuff there and the fine stuff here. So probably go for the fine. And I'll make it quite thick, I think, so it doesn't want to run away. It actually darkens it quite a bit. Might just throw a little bit more in. So there we have the consistency there. That should be good. Now, what I want to do, I need to put my shells first, and then I need to put the sand over top. Do I do lid and bottom the same, or just... I think with the bottom, I think I'll do most of my seascape just with the lid. And the bottom I might just do a ring of sand around maybe. Or should I... This is a hard one. You know what? I've changed my mind about doing seascapes in both. I'm just going to do the seascape in this one. And I'm going to make this whole one shells and sand. So when you open the box, you're looking at the bottom of the ocean. You're looking at the sand. Right, yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give it a real hearty spray of isopropyl alcohol, 99%. And I'm going to start by putting my shells on the bottom first. So I'll just spread those out randomly. I wonder if I need a lot more than that. I don't think so. Okay, now pour my sand over the top. Hopefully they will just stay where they are and not get swallowed up. Don't know if this is going to work. Doesn't look like it is. Oh no, what a disaster. Looks like it's just going to be sand. These shells probably won't show though. I think they'll be swallowed up. That's okay. Plan B. Now, it's going to mix up a lot more and then fill the whole thing up with sand. Now, did that go down the side? Yes, it did. So I am going to have to fill the whole thing up now. Oh, okay, go mix some more resin. It's going to take all these shells out. I'm going to concentrate on just filling up the sides first, take off most of the sand on here, and then just reset the shells in there in a bit of clear resin. And then when that's cured, put my sand over top of the clear resin, so then I'll be able to see those shells. Okay, pop these shells back on. Just put a little bit of clear, not much. And place these probably in the grooves. Okay. Drizzle a little bit of clear over top of them. Hopefully they're not going to look too buried in the sand and just the tips of them poking up if I put quite a bit of resin on top. And when it's nearly half cured, I'll come back and add a bit more clear resin on top. Okay. Let me just clean this up. I'll move this out of the way and we'll get started on the lid and then we'll come back to this. Right, let's make a start on this lid. The first step is I've mixed up 40 ml of clear resin. I'm just going to pour the clear on in here first. I just want to not fill it, but just have enough so I can add some waves later. Alright, it's got trillions of bubbles, that's okay, let's give it a spray. Hopefully some of those will, most of those will pop. I'm just going to wait for that to cure. So once this is cured, I'm going to put another thin layer of clear on. Then I'm going to do some white lines for my waves, make the waves, let that cure. Then I'm going to come in with maybe some turtles or shark and some colour. So that's why it's going to take quite a while with this project. Okay, I'll be back when this is ready for our next step. I've mixed up 80 mils. So I'll top this one up first. I've got my grit here. And I sifted out the bigger stuff rather than the fines because the fines has too much black in it. So I'll just wet that. More. Alright, that should be enough. I need it runny enough that it's got to go under this lip, but not too much resin in there. Okay, it's still going to need a bit more. Okay, right, let's spray this, try and get in those corners. And pop this on. Just going to lift the ledge up and force that down in there. Might just pour some clear around the rim, hopefully that'll go down the sides. Otherwise I'm going to have so many air pockets. Right, I'm going to lift it up. I'm just going to slide it around. that isn't right to the top, which is good because I don't want it gritty on the bottom. So just going to let that cure, and then I'm going to top it with some clear later on. Okay, now I'll move on to this one. I need a layer of clear on top. Right. Move that around to cover the resin that I've actually already got in there. Good. Now I'm going to do our waves. So I need some white, ocean white epoxy resin pigment. Got a tiny bit left in here, so I'll just, oh, that's probably a bit much, never mind. Got a little bit left in the bottom here, so I'm just colouring that white. Well, that sucks. Probably should have put it on the edge, shouldn't I? I shouldn't have done it. It's not going to plan, guys. It's not like I had in my mind. I'm just going to see if I can manipulate it with this instead. It's not going to have a good wave, but it's just going to have to do. I'm not doing this again. Now I'm just fiddling. this is going to be interesting at the end, that's for sure. Hopefully it might just spread out by itself like a wave. I'll just leave it and just let it do its own thing. What do you think? I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'm not going to make it any better by fiddling with it. I'm just going to be making it worse. So, how many of these balls have I got? Is this my only one? And I've got one left. Should probably try and save this. No, I'm not. I'm in a bad mood now. It's going in the rubbish. I will clean up my stuff. When this is cured, we'll move on to the next step. Okay. These are cured. So my next step, I'm going to put a couple of turtles in amongst these waves. These are just cut out on my Cricut machine. So, put one in amongst here. And another one. I'll do two. We'll put them out here. Okay, two turtles. Now I'll mix up some more resin and we'll start with our colours, our blues. So these are the ones I'm using. They are pigments, they're not alcohol inks. Bay blue, blue and green. So I'm going to mix those up and make some lovely colours. I'll probably do, the darker out there and the lighter in here, because this is the shoreline, so the shoreline should be lighter, I think. Okay, let's get some resin. I'm just going to pour equal amounts into these two little pots. At this stage I'm not sure how much I need, so I don't want to tint too much. Okay, let's do this one first, which is sky blue. Three drops probably. That almost looks like a teal, so I probably won't need that green. Right, just wipe that off. And we'll do a dark blue. Three drops of that as well. So these are still transparent, they're not opaque. So when you look through the lid, you should be able to see the sand and the shells just. That's my idea anyway. Okay. Right. Okay, let's try this. I think I'll just start with a little bit of dark around this edge. And then we'll go with the lighter colour. Okay, now I'll just mix this together a little bit. Now we'll re-mix some more. Probably go with the lighter green one more, I'd say, at a guess. Okay, still not full, so I'm just going to keep doing that until it's full. Alright, let's take these out. It's nice and smooth on the bottom. Okay, sort of can see the shells. You can see that starfish there. Don't know where my other one's gone. He's camouflaged. The abalone shell stands out, so maybe next time use a bit more of that. Okay, let's go for the lid. So you can see how the grit is separated from the resin because it floated, because it's pumice. If I had more stones and less resin, it wouldn't have done that. And the dark has sunk, the iron sand has sunk there. I'd like to try and get some decent sand. Okay, here is our lid. So that turtle there stands out. This one looks a little bit distorted because of the shape of the shell, so I probably could have put him out here somewhere instead. Let's go and put that on there. Where's the bottom? There. No? Where does this go? How does this go? Well, that's weird. Doesn't even fit it. That's a point, and that is, oh, there. Oh, okay. Calm down, Trish. It does fit. It actually looks better when it's on. The colours stand out more. So the waves, not too bad. The waves do look like they're a bit lower than the surface, so don't know what I can do about that next time. Next time I think I won't go so dark. There's trillions of little bubbles in here too, so all in all it's okay, but I mean the lid looks better. shining through a white surface. So if I had real white sand, it would look really good. See how it just goes quite dark when you put it on there. Anyway, that's what it is. It's a good little experiment. I'll put my thinking cap on and see what else I can come up with this mould. Let me know in the comments what you think. What would you do to make it a bit better than what it is? Yeah, so this turtle doesn't really stand out because this is so dark. It does when you put it on the white. So I definitely need to make this lighter than what it is. And not so much pigment, blue pigment in there. There we go. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, guys, and thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.